and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I'm just a girl who likes reading romance, fantasy romance, paranormal romance, any kind of genre of romance in general. And I also happen to have cerebral palsy, and it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to my channel. I also hope watching my videos can make your day just a little bit brighter. I completely forgot to mention in this video that I read Secret Haven by Catherine Cowles. I had an arc of it. It's my favorite book Catherine has ever written. I gave it 5 stars. I read a total of 19 books. It comes out on the 21st. I Dreamt That You Loved Me. This book is set in the 90s. It's a rock star romance where the heroine falls in love with her best friend's rocker boyfriend. 5 stars. When You Blush by Kristen Proby. We're following the doctor brother, and he meets this nurse in an airplane, and when they land, they spend the day together. They have a one-night stand, but when the nurse shows up to work, she sees the doctor again. It's a workplace setting, a medical story, and a surprise baby romance. 5 stars. Burning Daylight from Emily McIntyre. Now, I consider Emily McIntyre the queen of retellings in contemporary romance. Like, I've read her series where it's a retelling, but the villains get their happy ending, sort of like Kitty Roberts. Burning Daylight, Romeo and Juliet retelling set in this small town. I highly suggest the audiobook. It's told in duet narration style by Eddie Art and Aaron Shedlock. I told my friend Monica if she listened to this book, I think she'll really like it. Romeo, bastard son of the Montagues. Well, they're not really called the Montagues in this book, but you get the idea. When Juliet and Romeo first meet, he knows who she is, but she doesn't know who he is. So at a party, when Romeo and Juliet see each other, and they realize they're from rivaling families, things happen. 5 stars. Play pretend. And we have the heroine who doesn't have a good relationship with her father and her stepmother and her stepsister. To get her father off her back, she tells a lie and says she is dating the sheriff of the town, who also happens to be her next door neighbor, because her father is constantly comparing her to her stepsister, even though she's his biological daughter. And then one day, her father tells her that his stepmother, and his stepsister is going to visit her in her new small town. And so she asked her neighbor and the sheriff to pretend to be her fake boyfriend. And he turned her down at first, but the sheriff's sister convinces the hero to help her. And so they spent weeks before her family comes here to get to know each other, and those fake feelings turn into real feelings. 4 stars. Free Falling The hero from book 1 of Play Pretend, we're following his billionaire older brother and his romance with their younger sister's best friend, because the hero, who's a billionaire, finds out that he has a 12-year-old daughter that he has custody of because his daughter's mom passed away, and if he doesn't take custody, she'll go into the foster care system because she has no one else. So the hero decides to move them out of the city and back into his hometown to get help with raising his daughter. The heroine's best friend is his daughter's middle school teacher. And so this is about really the hero's relationship with getting to know his daughter and his relationship with the heroine, because the heroine helps the hero get closer to his daughter. 4 stars. A dark view. It's a dark dystopian romance. We follow this girl who gets sentenced to an underground prison because of stolen items. All she wants to do is get out of this prison, and she makes friends with the inmates, and they plot a prison break, and she gets closer to this prison guard. 5 stars because of the ending. I read book 21, book 22, and book 23 of the Criminal Intention series. Now, I really can't say too much of the series because it's like the later books, but we're following Sanjay and Malcolm and their 2 police officers that are romantically involved, and they solve these murder cases. And I love this series, and think CSI, but make it queer, and I love it. And I gave Trajectory 5 stars. I gave Shin's Razor 5 stars. I gave Fractal Recursion 5 stars. Racing Heart Romance college romance, and we follow the hero, who is a mechanic who loves his younger sister, who provides for his younger sister, and his younger sister goes to this prestigious college for the rich people, and her younger sister befriends this guy, and he doesn't like him at first because he thought he was some rich and spoiled guy who got into this school because of his money. But the younger sister convinces her brother to give this hero a chance. It's sort of angsty because the hero is hiding the fact that he's gay because he has a really bad experience from the past, and there's a murderer going around campus. So it's romantic suspense. 4 stars. Crashing Hearts. The mechanic's friend, who is a race car driver. The other hero's best friend, who is a rich guy at school. And from the previous book, we know that the race car driver has a crush on the rich guy, and he does everything in his power to pursue him. 4 stars. Silver Cloak. We're following the heroine who infiltrates the Silver Cloak Academy to become a detective to solve her parents' murder, but she gets caught in her lies and they force her to go undercover. I forgot what the organization is called, and this organization gained their trust, and this organization happens to be the organization that killed her parents, so she agrees to go undercover. But when she's there, she gets attached to the hero, who is the son of that organization, and now she doesn't know what to do. 4 stars. The Veiled Heir by S.T. Fernandez, and this is about a marine biologist heroine who learns that her mother and her father, queen and consort of the city of Atlantis, she learns that they are water fae. Her mother died trying to get her and her father to safety, and so now she is the heir to Atlantis. She has to learn how to control her newfound elemental water powers, and she has to be ready to lead the people of Atlantis. Her father is there to guide her with her powers, and she has a bodyguard, and her bodyguard is her fated mate. 5 stars. The Forbidden King, and this is about the heroine's father. It's a novella and his romance with a human chambermaid. 4 stars. The next 3 books I'm not really gonna talk about because I did a whole video on them. I read 3 books by an author duo, Bree Greenwich and Parker Lennox, and I talk all about it in that video, so if you want to know my full thoughts, please go check out that video linked in the description. Riftborne, I gave 3 stars. Duskbound, I gave 5 stars. It's going to be one of my favorite fantasy romances of the year. I don't know what happened. It's like Riftborne and Duskbound were written by completely different authors. If you're hesitant to continue on with the series because you read the first book, please go on to book 2. It will change your whole perspective. The Ascended, I give 5 stars. I am still thinking about the last sentence of this book and how it connects to the other 2 books in the trilogy, specifically Duskbound. I'm still mind blown about that one sentence. Before we came, and I read this book because of Jen. What she said about this book sounded interesting, so I wanted to read it. The audiobook was on my hoopla. I will follow this heroine whose adoptive mother dies, and she finds out that her adoptive mother was not a good person. She finds out that she's been stolen as a child, and this book is about her reuniting with her real family and coming to terms with the fact of what happened to her. And she gets her romance with her brother's best friend, who is a hockey player. 4 stars. Strong and Wild, book 2 in that series, and we're following the heroine from book 1, her best friend, and another hockey player from the hero from book one's hockey team, 4 stars as well. It's a next door neighbor romance. And those are all the books that I read. Please let me know if you have read any of these books. I would love to know. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Liking this video would help me out a lot. And I'll see you Monday. Bye. Have a good weekend.